Hi, I'm Baldwin Burgess. I'm here with Catherine Simmons of State Street. We are at the Hong Kong Fund Forum 2013. Catherine and I were going to speak about the funds industry. Catherine handles regulatory, industry, and government affairs for State Street. And how's it been going so far at the conference for you?
It's been really interesting. The conference is a great way to keep on top of developments in the region, and there's certainly been lots of issues that have been covered.
Okay, so what are you going to be telling us here during your presentation?
I'll be speaking about developments in the fund industry, and the fund industry at the moment in the Asia Pacific, it is a very crucial point. It can go in many different directions, and we see that there are 5 trends. The first trend is an expansion of UCITS. The second trend is development of domestic fund regimes. The third trend, what I like to call special access agreements, and that's the agreements between Hong Kong and China to get special access for funds. And the other thing that we see are passporting initiatives, and one of those initiatives is under APEC, looking at the Asia Pacific, and another initiative is under ASEAN, looking at Southeast Asia.
How many jurisdictions do you then contemplate in your work? It's quite a vast region, isn't it?
It is. So I cover all of the Asia Pacific and all of our different business areas.
Okay. And so what are your better recommendations for fund managers? We all come out here to Asia. It always feels like we're in a very exploratory phase. There's a lot of territories to get to know. What is the takeaway for a foreign manager?
Well, I think they need to follow the regulatory developments in the region very closely, because things are changing all the time. It's also very different here to the US and Europe. There, the emphasis is on perhaps restricting activity, increasing regulation. Here, it's about developing new products, new services, new markets. So definitely have to watch what's happening. And in the fund space, our recommendation is that managers pursue a 3-pronged strategy. One is to use UCITS for their global strategy, and then perhaps to have a domestic strategy in the markets where they need that to enter, but then also to keep their eyes on the regional initiatives, such as the APEC and ASEAN funds passporting initiatives, so they can be prepared if they get off the ground.
Okay. So, and the funds industry do you see this as a growing industry? Because my impression always has been that Asia is really more of a trading environment, a direct investment environment. What's the outlook for that?
Well, if you look at the precedent of the US and Europe, it suggests that they will have to be a major fund region in the future. And certainly the percentage of assets under management for GDP are growing, and we see growth in the region as something that is sort of inevitable. And with that, as governments try and increase their pension funding, life insurance, their medical systems, the mutual funds industry will have to develop alongside that. It won't be possible to just have deposits or real estate investments going forward. ETFs are another area that's very popular, but in the end, I think the mutual funds industry offers a lot of solutions for regional governments as they look to give their domestic investors greater options, both domestically but also overseas.
Okay. Well, Catherine, it looks like you have a lot of work cut out for you ahead of you. Thanks for watching. It's Baldwin Burgess, Catherine Simmons.